Hi everyone, I'm Mia, welcome to my channel, and today is Valentine's Day. So today I am talking about the controversial book, Anna and the French Kiss. I'm discussing it, I'm kind of defending it, but I'm kind of trying to suggest how this book can be improved without all the problematic elements. So yeah. Also, by the way, I am reading like almost strictly romance books this month for February for, you know, the month of love, I guess, because February has Valentine's Day in it. So if you want to see more of these types of videos, I guess, or just more videos about romance books, then check out my videos and my channel this month. Okay, so first of all, Anna and the French Kiss. It's a super popular book, but it's kind of famous and infamous. So basically this book was like the darling of BookTube and really widely loved, but then there was like this time where people kind of realized the problematic elements of it and there were like a wave of hate reviews and rants, and now that time has passed, but today we're just going to be discussing this book. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to read my review for this book and the first time I read it. So I read this in 2015 when I was 13 years old, and this is my review. First ever review. I loved this book so much. It is just amazing. It is perfect. I love Anna. I love St. Clair. These characters are so good together. Can I just say, I spent like all night reading this book. I wanted it to keep going on and on and on. This is just a book of pure awesomeness, and now I want to go to Paris. Okay, so that was my first review. Now, 5 years later, I am 18, I am officially an adult, I am a mature person. So yeah, after watching all those reviews and obviously thinking about this book myself and reading it, I do understand all the problematic elements. That being said, I still did give it 5 stars, and the thing is, I know this is not an entirely objective review, but I do kind of base my reviews on my emotions rather than my brain, I guess. I just want to say that I do understand all of the bad things, but, and that's a big but, I know, but despite that, I think I just have so much nostalgia for it and just a special place in my heart for that book that I still gave it 5 stars. So I have a notebook full of notes. Let's begin. I'm going to talk about this book as if you have already read it, so I won't be explaining any aspects of the plot. So yeah, hopefully if you've read it you can like understand what I'm saying. Okay, so first of all, the main problem of this book is the cheating aspect. How can we fix this even though it's such a central part of the plot? Because basically all the tension of the book is derived from that. The reason why Anna and Etienne can't be together, amongst other things, is because he has a girlfriend, and it's really what's driving the will they won't they thing, and without that you don't really have the conflict that you need for the story. But I do have some suggestions on how that can be fixed. First of all, maybe Etienne could break things off with Ellie earlier, much earlier, like maybe as soon as he realizes that he has something that he really likes Anna, or something along those lines, because that way the cheating isn't prolonged the way it is, which makes it so much worse. So that could be one thing. And even though I just said that it really drives a lot of the plot, perhaps a different conflict could be put in place, because there are different conflicts in the book. There's Anna and there's 2 boys that she's sort of entangled with, and there's also Etienne's mother's cancer, and I guess there's also their friendship drama as well. So maybe those things could kind of substitute that conflict, but as I'm saying this, I do think that it wouldn't be as strong, or it would be kind of messy, you know, because I do think it's better to have like one long conflict, but I can't really say that when the conflict is problematic. So another possible thing could be a sort of redemption end where Etienne and Anna realize their wrongdoings and actually make an effort to fix them and apologize to Ellie, because that doesn't happen at all. Anna does apologize to some people, but she doesn't really understand what Ellie's feeling. Like, Ellie is totally villainized in this book, and I'm going to talk about Ellie soon, so don't worry. But I just think that if there's some sort of redemption, or if Etienne really realizes what he's done is wrong, and the both of them just really apologize and redeem themselves, like that would kind of demonstrate that they're aware of their flaws, but they overcome it, and it would just be a stronger end rather than just forgetting about it. So those are 2 suggestions there. Back to the Ellie thing. I do think Ellie was done poorly in this book. I do see that villainizing Ellie makes the reader more likely to root for Anna and Etienne's relationship, but at the same time, it could have been done better, because there's poor messages being sent through this book. For example, well, there's like this scene about Halloween and she's like dressed up as a slutty nurse and everything, and that's kind of the way that it's written is suggesting that both the author and the characters in the book kind of like look down upon her. Whereas in comparison, Anna is literally explicitly referred to as being a virgin like several times. I feel like this is almost implying that Anna is more virtuous than Ellie, just because I guess she's more conservative. But that being said, I don't think that Ellie should be shamed for it or positioned to be a villain just because, you know, she wore a slutty nurse costume. So yeah, I really do agree with a lot of people when they say that that was done really badly. And I do think that Ellie, she shouldn't have been villainized. She should have been more of a character, because in fact Ellie is barely there. She has only a couple of scenes. We don't really know anything about her, and I think that's almost allowing the reader to brush off the things that Anna and Etienne do, because who cares? It's just Ellie. Ellie's not even a person. She's like almost a plot device. There's like three main criticisms about this book. The first two are kind of intertwined with just the cheating thing. But the third thing is about Anna being literally, people think that she's so stupid and idiotic. And you know what? I really do hate it when protagonists in books, specifically teenage girls, because I'm a teenage girl, are like really dumb and stupid and immature and naive. For example, I really disliked Lara Jean from To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. She was just moronic. That sounds harsh. I'm not going to talk about that though. The thing is, I'm going to talk about Anna in this book and how I don't think she is totally stupid. Okay, I do recognize that she does lack a lot of basic knowledge. I saw complaints about her not knowing that cinemas were in France and how she didn't know how to spell the word oui. The thing is, beyond that, I think that she is actually a really well done character. I think we know what her desires are, we know what she fears, we know that she hates germs. There's like a little fact that's sprinkled in there. I think that she's really strong. I think her voice is really well done. And I know there's a heap of random capitalization in the book, and I know that she's really dramatic, but I find it almost endearing. I know that she isn't the smartest about France at the beginning, and that she does have flaws, but the thing is, she does have an arc. And you know, even though she initially really doesn't like being in Paris and she doesn't know anything about it, she really does grow through her experience there, and she really does, you know, appreciate Paris. She appreciates France. She learns a lot. She learns about herself and her own flaws, and she like comes to terms with them. Apart from the whole cheating thing, like, and also her hating Ellie, and also I remember there was like this sentence somewhere about her wanting to scratch Ellie's eyes out. That could have been cut out. Okay, so those are like the three main criticisms that I often hear about Anna and the French Kiss, so basically the cheating, Ellie, and Anna. And now I'm going to talk about why this book is, why I really like it, why I think it was really popular. Basically, this book is the perfect amount of wish fulfillment, but it has enough conflict to actually be a story and not super boring. So for example, I feel like every teenage girl, well, a lot of them at least, want to like go to Paris and have a great group of friends there and fall in love and that kind of thing. And it's entertaining the whole way through, except for the third act. I do concede that the third act really drags on. So one thing that I think was really well done was how Anna goes from calling St. Clair to Etienne. And I think just choosing to call someone by a different name, really, I don't know, I just think it's a good device. Yeah, that was smart. But it really annoyed me in the third act when Anna would be like, St. Clair, Etienne, St. Clair, Etienne, St. Clair, Etienne. And this happened multiple times. She just kept on changing and it was really irritating. And all the fights in this book in the end were really annoying. And I wish that that ending had been cleaned up a bit. But other than that, I think the plot is really strong. Yeah, there's just like enough to keep you entertained and enough plot points. And there's like a lot of really good foreshadowing for the romance as well. Because, you know, if you forget about the whole cheating thing, which I know is hard to forget about, but if you do, like the romance and the tension is really well done. For example, you know, the love poetry or when they're in the cinema. Stephanie Perkins is a good writer. Another thing is that I really like the writing. Like, I don't think it's clunky. I think the dialogue is nice and clean. The descriptions are beautiful. Paris as a setting for this book is so vibrant and you feel like you're in there, you feel like you are in Paris, and I just think that's really well done. I really like the message about how home is a person and the whole theme about what home is. I think that was really well done. I think that Stephanie Perkins is a good writer. I have read her other books, but I don't really think I want to again because I feel like they almost diminish Anna and the French Kiss, because I do think her writing and her characterization is just really strong. Like, everything except for the problematic elements are really strong, and that's why the problematic elements are so tragic, I guess, because it really could have been a great book. And even though I do give it 5 stars, I do understand that it's not perfect. Like, I know that 5 stars basically equals perfect, but like, I do recognize the flaws, and if those were fixed, this book would truly be like, not just 5 stars, it would be like 100 stars. So yeah. This is me at 18 defending Anna and the French Kiss. Who knows, maybe in 5 years I'll be like, you know what, I've decided this book sucks. But honestly, I do have a lot of nostalgia attached to this book. And you know what really surprised me? I was going through my Goodreads, and when I finished it yesterday, it was only the 3rd time I had finished this book, which is crazy to me because I feel like I remember every single line of dialogue and every single plot point and scene in my head. And I was like, has it only been 3 times I read this book? Because surely I've read it more. Anyway, that is the end of my rambling. That is the end of my discussion about Anna and the French Kiss. This was really fun to make. It was a really good read. When I finished it, my eyes got teary. I'm just getting emotional thinking about it now. You know, I never used to cry in books. I think I've just gotten more emotional as I've grown up. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Are you still a firm believer in how much this book sucks? Or are you like me and you understand the flaws, but you think that everything else is really strong? And do you have any other suggestions for how this book could have been fixed? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching so much. If you want to see any more videos from me, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!